All right. All right. Okay. Hey, everyone. It's Big Jims Blogcast live tonight. It is episode 157. It is Sunday, January 17th. I want to welcome everyone to Big Jims Blogcast live, episode 157. All new for 2021. 3.0. I am going to make a few comments here. Hello. Boom. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So, thanks for watching. Anyways, I am going to. Okay, a disclaimer. First of all, if you're, I may say a few bad, dirty words like damn, screw, the F word, the S word. A few other words. If you're offended, go get a box of Kleenex. So, anyways, yeah, who we are. First of all, I want to get the intro out of the way. All new. Welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 157. Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 2021, year 3. We air every other Saturday, Sunday, every other weekend. We're now in our third year. We debuted back in November 2018. Oh yeah, great, right on. Yeah, happy quarantine there, everybody. So anyways, yeah, we are based out of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, bordering Port Huron, Michigan. Big Jims Blogcast Live 3.0 now. Does craft beer reviews from craft beers, right here in Sarnia, across Ontario, in Canada, and the U.S. Tonight's beer is called Big Family Van Dam Good Ale by the Big Family Brewing Company, right here in Sarnia, Ontario. I'll be trying it for the very first time. I'll get this out of the way. We pair it with a good whiskey rum. Tonight's we've got Havana Club rum and a good cigar. We talk about local events near you, countdowns to holidays, birthday shout-outs to our friends. We talk about retro classic stuff, like such as classic TV, 1, 2, 3 hit season wonders, canceled TV shows, spin-offs. What else? Oh yeah. Character actors, actresses, 80s hard rock, 90s rock, 70s rock, hair bands, rap, country, punk, pop, one-hit wonders, forgotten groups, classic pro wrestling from the NWA, AWA, WCW, WWE, UWF, pay-per-views, tag teams, stables, the Jobbers, etc., classic sci-fi, Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, Space 1999. We need... Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. We talk about sports, the NHL, NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, UFC, NASCAR, the teams, the players, the coaches, championship series, random harmonica or bongo solos. Hold on, I haven't turned this on. But tonight we've retired the bongo, so it'll just be like random guitar solos now. So... there we go. So first of many tonight. So yeah. So that's us in a nutshell. Sit back, join the show, join us, have a craft beer tonight. Like, we're glad I got that out of the way. Oh, hold on here. Yeah. All right. Now we're even. All right. Everybody say hi. Yeah. All right. So. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to, let's see here. What can I? All right. So anyways, all right. So okay. Let's see now. Share now. Public. All right, Christy. I see you've just joined us. All right. Hello. Tonight's craft beer is Big Family Van Dam Good Ale. I am trying it for the very first time. All right, so look at that pour right there. Okay. All righty. So, let's see. Let's give it a whirl here. Not that. You're welcome, Bill. You're welcome, Bill. All right. Tonight's craft beer is by the Big Family Brewing Company. It's called Van Dam Good Ale. They don't say much here, but a refreshing Belgian Pale Ale is flexible and ready when you are. So tonight's lineup, see I got a couple of cans located on here. We'll get the birthday shout-outs out of the way in a minute. All right, well, already calling it. Well, I rated it out of 10, but I will give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. Now, we're going to talk about, before we get the birthday shout-outs and countdowns and local events, we're going to talk about a character actor. Hey, it's that guy, Clancy Brown. You'll recognize my posted videos of him on here. His movie and TV career, his TV series Earth 2, which was really a cool canceled TV show. David Arquette can't be killed. Well, I will. This week in Van Halen history, classic guitar duos, Jon Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora. Classic tag team, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. Legendary Dodgers manager who unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago, Tommy Lasorda. And we'll be retro looking back at this album, Slippery When Wet by Bon Jovi. Does it hold up? Does it stand the test of time? We'll tell you the story behind Slippery When Wet, the cover art and everything. Tell you the players, the cover art, and everything. So, anyway, stay tuned for that. So, anyways, let's get on with our with our birthday shout-outs here. All right. So, anyways, okay. Oh yeah, let me I'll light this baby up. All right, it is a Mombacho from Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia. All right, it's already making a good impression. So anyways, Cheryl Paula, Tiana Lennon, Robert Crane, Jamie Mezzatesta. All right. Okay. Jennifer Preston, Vanessa Rupenair, Scott Tatey, Jason Denley, Edgar Brown, Janice Rogers, Phil Frazier. Denise Johnston. Denise, happy birthday. John Shelley Walker, happy birthday. Peter Black, happy birthday. Angelique Galley, happy birthday. Renee Estinol, happy birthday. Connor McLaren, happy birthday. Samantha Ann, happy birthday. Paula Apter, Jeff Anger, Sean Ashley, Kim Jeffrey, Maria McCullough, Gwen Holbrook, Carolyn Nutt Butler, Susan Walsh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to all those people there. All right. Welcome to yes, happy birthday again. Go out to all those people. You celebrated birthdays this past couple of weeks. So anyways, all right. Well, now we get to some countdowns here. A lot of countdowns coming. So, Valentine's Day is only 28 days away. St. Patrick's Day is only 59 days away. Daylight Savings Time is only 55 days away. Good Friday is 74 days away. Earth Day is 95 days away. Mother's Day is 112 days away. Victoria Day long weekend is 127 days away. Father's Day is 154 days away. All right, yeah. All right. Independence Day for my American buddies watching is 168 days away. August Civic Long Weekend is 196 days away. Labor Day Long Weekend is 232 days away. Canadian Thanksgiving is 267 days away. Remembrance Day is 298 days away. And our U.S. Thanksgiving, for my American friends watching, is 312 days away. And summer is 154 days away. All right. So, okay. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Oh, man. All right. Tonight's craft beer is Van Dam Good Ale. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company here in Sarnia, Ontario. And I usually give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. Man, I'll move this over here now. All right, so Van Dam Good Ale. So, all right. Cheers, everybody. So, all right. That's some good stuff right there. So, anyways, don't mind me. I'm just checking it out here. So, all right. Yeah, I know. Congratulations to our gift card winners: Bill Dennis, Paul Medeiros, Ann Simpson, Tiffany Burr, and yes, somebody else's name who escapes me right now. All right, anyways, so happy birthday to all you guys: Cheryl, Tiana, Robert, Faye, Scott, Jason, Edgar, Janice, Phil, Jen, Peter, Angie, Connor, Maria, Owen, Carolyn, Susan. So hope you had like great birthdays. It being lockdown and everything. So God, I hate that. You can't really do anything in lockdown. So with the with the lockdown, don't get political on here. My opinions are I just hate it. I hate the lockdown. I hate wearing masks. But you got to do what you got to do. So, and tonight is mask free. Can't go. Everyone's in by 12 midnight. So, all right. So, anyways, Ann, yes, Ann, Bill, Tiffany, and Paul. They've all gotten gift certificates to Stone Picker, Big Family, Refined Fool, Sarnia Imp City Brew. So it's 8 p.m. Oh, sure it is. Sure, it's 8 o'clock. Rob, I see you've just joined us tonight. Rob, the beer for tonight is Van Dam Good Ale. Everybody sees that. Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. But with like COVID, events are like this year, last year they were out the window. With events, we've got some new buzzwords in everybody's vocabulary now. Postponed, canceled, hiatus, rescheduled, or just put off indefinitely. And now it's online virtual events. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events here that you might be able to attend in person. Sunday, January 26th, Our Lady Peace and Finger 11 at Sarnia Blue Water Border Fest. Centennial Park tickets, www.ticketscene.ca. Again, don't quote me on these. Don't take my word for it. I'll wait and see until the actual event happens. So, all right. Oh, there we go. All right. Curfew is at 8 o'clock. Oh, 8 p.m. Okay. I thought that people were like, I thought you had to be in by midnight. I mean, but I guess, I guess I was wrong on that. I went for a drive last night. Probably like I got home past 8:30. Like, I mean, nobody. I even drove by a cop car. Anyways, so yeah, I drove by a cop car last night. Nothing happened. I even had my mask on, or partially tucked down, because I was going into a convenience store. So anyways, Saturday, April 3rd, 2021, Multiverse Spring Fling. That's at Valley Axe. It's 1886 London Line, Sarnia. It's free to attend, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. Booze, axe throwing. Yeah, I went there with a group about a while back. You throw, like, everybody has a few beers. You throw your axe, and there's a quick tutorial. There's like a 30-minute tutorial on what to do, what not to do, and they really strictly enforce. The people out at Valley Axe really strictly enforce those safety, precautions right out there. So, all right. Yeah, hopefully it is. So anyways, I want to give shout outs to the people watching in the Brown Foundation group, the old Port Elgin Beach Casino group, Stokes Inland, Lizard's Bar, North Shore Neighborhood, I think. Anyways, and yeah, tuning in if you're watching us for the very first time. Saturday, April 17th, 2021, Bottoms Up Bar and Grill in Point Edward is hosting the Heroes and Villains Murder Mystery Dinner, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Tickets are $35 a group. It's hosted by Michelle Dion. Again, I don't know if that's going to, come to fruition or gonna happen. Never know with COVID. It might be just wait and see attitude. So anyways, September 3rd till September 5th, 2021, the Sarnia Craft Rib and Beer Fest, Craft Beer and Rib Fest, 1730 London Line, Sarnia, Hiawatha Horse Park. Free entry, live music, craft beer, and ribs. I don't know if that's going to happen. Wait and see. Again, Friday, June 11th, 2021, Blue Water Health Foundation, along with is hosting the LaUna Block Party with the Trues at the Suncor or Agora Pavilion in Centennial Park. Tickets are $40 general, $75 VIP, $140 VIP. $75 for a general weekend pass. So, again, I don't know if that's going to happen. So, anyways, Hold on. Might be time for a guitar solo here. Random one. There. All right. There. First of many tonight, random guitar solos. So, all right. Now. Now, all right. So, 2021, we've got some new stuff here coming up. We're going to preview. We're going to talk about the Bon Jovi, the classic album by Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. Songs on it. But tonight. We're going to talk about a character actor, Clancy Brown. So you might have recognized him. I posted several of his clips from his movies on the Facebook page and my page. Born January 5th, 1959 in Urbane, Ohio, United States. He begins his acting career in 1983 in the movie Bad Boys, starring Sean Penn, and go on to star as character actors in movies like Thunder Alley, Highlander, Shoot to Kill, Moonwalker, Season of Fear, Blue Steel, Pet Sematary 2, The Shawshank Redemption, Dead Man Walking, Starship Troopers, Flubber, The Hurricane, Finding Nemo, Pathfinder, Nightmare on Elm Street, Cowboys and Aliens, Homefront, 99 Homes, Hail Caesar, Warcraft. And in 2021, he's going to star in a upcoming sci-fi movie co-starring Mel Gibson and Charlie Hunnam, called Last Looks. So, now the guy is Clancy Brown has also had like a prolific TV career too, like guest starring and headlining TV shows such as Dukes of Hazzard, China Beach, Tales from the Crypt, Earth 2, The Outer Limits, ER, The Practice, Star Trek Enterprise, Law and Order, Leverage, Medium, The Flash, Chicago PD, Billions, School, The Crown, The Mandalorian, and Dexter. So, now he's also an accomplished voice actor too. He's had his voiceover work includes SpongeBob SquarePants, Iron Man and Captain America, Lego Batman, Lady and the Tramp, Green Lantern, Superman and Batman. Oh. Also has lent his likeness to video games, from Crash Bandicoot, Star Wars, Superman, Fallout, Gods of War, Jack 2 and 3, and Call of Duty, a couple of the Call of Duty video games. Now, I think his best roles, if you follow his career, Captain Brian Hadley, the sadistic guard in Shawshank Redemption 1994, co-starred in that with Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. The sadistic prison guard. I'll sing you a lullaby. So, all right. Now I posted like several movie clips and interviews with Clancy Brown. Now his other role, Lieutenant Williams, in the 1990 movie The Hurricane. That's not a biography. That's a biography of boxer Reuben Carter, starring Denzel Washington as Reuben Carter. That's actually a good movie. of his. Reuben Carter, who was unfortunately framed and set up by a racist cop. Sheriff Keith Rodriguez in the 2013 movie Homefront, starring Jason Statham. Now that was a killer kick-ass movie. If you ever get a chance to see Homefront, see it. Like it, he stars. He's the sheriff who has to keep an eye on Jason Statham's character. Oh fuck, man. Where was I here? So. All right. All right, let's check out these notifications here. All right. All right. So anyway, yeah. John Danziger in his canceled TV show Earth 2, and 1992 movie Pet Sematary 2. He played Sheriff Gus Gilbert. Movie co-starred Edward Furlong, and he's still continuing acting to this day in, like I said, the 2021 upcoming movie, The Last Looks. That is yet to be previewed or come out. That's going to be co-starring him and Mel Gibson and Charlie Hunnam, formerly of Sons of Anarchy. So, all right. Tonight, for anybody who's just joining us right now, tonight's beer is called Van Dam Good Ale. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company. Super close-up of that. So, I give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, anybody wants to call it, you can call it right now. So far, so good. It grows on me, you know. It's got that. Okay, so it's got that. It's crisp and dry, but it's not bad. It's really good. Crisp and dry. Those are the two things that come to mind right now. So, yeah. All right. Cheers, everybody. All right. Everything's going good. Okay. So, and you know what I think it's time for? Another random guitar solo. Da, da, da. All right. All right. There you go. Another random guitar solo. So, now his TV show Earth 2, that is that time for classic canceled TV shows. All right, so Earth 2 aired on NBC from November 6th, 1994 to June 4th of 1995. Now, it was actually, I posted like several intros to it and several clips on the blogcast page and my page. Now, the gist of it, the basic plot, the year is 2192, the human population on Earth, which is uninhabitable, deemed uninhabitable. The human population go to live on large orbiting space station that orbit the Earth, which, like I said, has become uninhabitable with not clear about what, with due to pollution and disease. Now, billionaire Devin Adair puts together a group that will pioneer a mission to settle on a planet 22 light years away from Earth. But there's opposition to this mission by the government as they try and sabotage the mission and try and stop the colonists from leaving. Now, they go anyway. 22 years later, the colonists reach their planet called New Pacifica, but they crash land far off from the planned landing site. Now, Devin and their survivors, they mostly survived. They head west to the planned site of New Pacifica. The colonists cope with life on the alien world, encountering many different humanoid species, along with the alien ecology that they have to deal with. So, all right. Now the cast was Deborah Ferrantino, who played billionaire Devin Adair, Joey Zimmerman, who played her son Ulysses, Clancy Brown, who played John Danziger. He was a group leader. J. Madison Wright, who played True Danziger, his daughter. Rebecca Gayheart, who played Beso Hunter, a colonist. And Sullivan Walker, who played Yale, the cyborg, who was half human, half cyborg. And Antonio Sabato Jr., who played the shuttle pilot who got them there. Now, this was a really cool TV show. NBC did not give it much of a chance. It had low ratings. It was up against. It was a Monday night slot, and I believe it was up against Monday Night Football, which just basically crushed them in the ratings. But they have released it on DVD in the U.S. July 19th, 2005, it was released on DVD. But the complete series, Earth 2, the complete DVD series was released May 28, 2012. And Netflix in the U.S. started streaming the TV series. So none of us get Netflix in the United States version of the American version of Netflix. So anyway, that's too bad, because I think the Netflix. I know. Well, Rob, it's a continuity error. We'll go with that. Maybe I'll just spray paint 3.0 on it. I know. Uh-oh. I didn't think of that. Thank you for pointing that out to me. But, maybe I'll put 3.0. I'll just sandblast 3.0 over it on, but it's a classic t-shirt, so it's a mistake. But, anyways, thank you for pointing that out to me. So, anywho, yeah, so, all right, one of my most favorite topics in tonight, this week in Van Halen history. January 1st, 2011, Eddie Van Halen attends the wedding of his ex-wife Valerie Bertinelli to Tom Vitale in Motelio, California. January 2nd, 1985, David Lee Roth appears on Late Night with David Letter from New York, New York. January 3rd, 2006, David Lee Roth begins his radio show from New York, New York. January 4th, 2011, Eddie and Wolfgang Van Halen attend the Alter Bridge concert at the House of Blues in Hollywood, California. January 5th, 2012, Van Halen plays Cafe Wah in Manhattan, New York. January 5th, 2001, Sammy Hagar plays the Civic Center in Akron, Ohio. January 7th, 1987, David Lee Roth plays the Savile Dome in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. January 8th, 1987, David Lee Roth plays the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. January 9th, 1984, Van Halen releases 1984, which would go on to their biggest hit. It makes them the household names. January 10th, 1979, Sammy Hagar opens for Boston at the Cure Center in Savannah, Georgia. January 11th, 1982, Van Halen appears on the nationally syndicated radio show Off the Record with Marty Twong. January 13th, 2007, Eddie Van Halen wins the Best Music Award at the Adult Video News show for his performance in Sacred Sin musical performance. January 13th, 1992, Alex and Eddie Van Halen appear on the nationally syndicated radio show Rockline. January 15th, 2009, Eddie Van Halen attends the National Association of Music Merchants, NAMM, show at the Community Center in Anaheim, California. January 15th, 1991, David Lee Roth releases his third solo album, A Little Ain't Enough. January 16th, 1993, Van Halen plays the Paladro in Caracas, Venezuela. January 17th, 1995, Van Halen premieres Balance on a Westwood One, premieres their third album with like Sammy Hagar on a Westwood One radio show live from London, England, and 240 stations carry the live event. So, and that's this week for This Week in Van Halen History. All right. So, okay. Before we get to that, all right, here's another random guitar solo. Again, now tonight's beer is called Big Family Brewing Company. For anybody who's just joining us right now, it's called Van Dam Good Ale, and it's by the Big Family Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. So, and it is not a bad beer. All right, so. Yeah. So, we'll get to the Bon Jovi album later on in the later on here. So, we'll get to classic guitar duos in a minute. Classic tag team, legendary manager, baseball manager Tommy Lasorda, and we'll talk about Slippery When Wet, and we'll have a motivational quote. So, all right. So anyways, it is episode 157 of Big Jims Blogcast Live 3.0. It is Sunday night, January 17th, and welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live. Party time. Excellent. Yeah. All right. So anyways, classic guitar duos. Now tonight, you might have guessed, is somewhat about Bon Jovi. Now, John Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora, John Bon Jovi, mostly lead singer, but he's also the rhythm guitar player of Bon Jovi. So his gear, John plays Gibson Les Paul. In his arsenal of guitars, he's got a Gibson Les Paul, a 1977 Fender Telecaster, Gibson J-160E, a Gibson Les Paul Gold Top, a Takamine EF34 acoustic guitar. Now, he uses mostly the Marshall JVM series amps, like JVM 2005, and his pedals, a full-tone Drive 2 MOSFET, and a Boss DD20 digital delay. As for Richie Sambora, the man's like a guitar collector. He's joined Bon Jovi like right after the recording of of their first album, because John Bon Jovi didn't have a band. The first album, Bon Jovi, it was a put together band. He found it was probably about a month and a half after he found David Bryan. He found Richie Sambora, Alec John Such, and Tico Terez. Want to join my band? Okay, there you go. So, Richie Sambora's arsenal of guitars include a Gibson SG Junior, a Gibson Firebird, Gibson Flying V, Gibson Explorer, Kramer Superstrat. As for his amps, a Marshall JCM 2000 Super Lead, a VHT Pitbull, 50 CL head, Black Star Artisan 100 watt, a Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier 100 watt, a Fredona Brown Eye 100 watt tube amp, a Fender Tone Master 100 watt amp lead, and as for his pedals, Dunlop UV-1 Univibe, a Boss CH1 Super Chorus, an MXR M101 Phase 90, a Boss OD1 Overdrive, and an MXR EVH 11.7 Eddie Van Halen Flanger, and a Frampton talk box. That is used on, his talk box is used on, oh my God. I know it's either on Living on a Prayer or You Give Love a Bad Name. So, wah 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 wah, and they go mostly that comes from Peter Frampton. All right, it is. Yeah. All right. Now, I gotta say, with Bon Jovi's best albums, I prefer 78 Degrees Fahrenheit with the single Tokyo Road, from the first Bon Jovi album released in 1984. Runaway, She Don't Know Me. She Don't Know Me. I think I posted, I don't no, wait a minute here. Let's see who's, all right. So, anyways, that first Bon Jovi was it was all right. It featured some really great guitar work from Richie Sambora and rhythm from John Bon Jovi. Now, the New Jersey album after Slippery When Wet, that Bad Medicine, Born to Be My Baby, Living in Sin. Again, great guitar work from both. You can hear it. You can hear John's rhythm guitar, but Richie's guitar is way up there in the mix. Unfortunately, that partnership of John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora came to an end April 2nd, 2013. He left Bon Jovi. He's not coming back. He wants to focus on his own career. He has made a couple of solo albums, and to focus on his family, which I have no problem with that. You always got to focus on your family and your daughter and his daughter. And guitarist Phil X has stepped in, been the lead guitarist for Bon Jovi ever since. So, and nobody's looked back. So, all right. Time for another random guitar solo here. All right. we go. All right. Okay. So, yeah. All right. All right. So, yeah. Welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 157 on Sunday night, January 17th. Glad you could join us. Our craft beer for tonight is called Van Dam Good Ale. Let me extreme close up of that. It's by the Big Family Brewing Company here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And I will give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So I usually give it a rating out of 10. All right, so along with like Havana Club rum. So yes, it is. It's all new version. So. And I want to give shout outs to the people watching. I shared this blogcast, and anybody, excuse me, feel free to share this blogcast with like whoever you want to on whatever group. I'm sharing this in the Stokes Inland group, the Lizards Bar and Grill group, Port Elgin Beach Casino, North Shore Neighborhood, and the Brown Foundation. So. Any others that I can think of? So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, now we're going to get to a classic tag team. This tag team, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson. I grew up watching these guys on the NWA, WCW, in the AWA too. Ricky Morton, 5'11", 228 pounds. Robert Gibson, he had a lazy eye. Get that fact there. 5'11", 225 pounds. They formed in 1983 in Memphis Wrestling. Basically, they were put together by Jerry Lawler. Yes, that Jerry the King Lawler. So these guys have like they're still active today. They started like. They joined Jim Crockett Promotions, which would be called WCW, in '85, and they'd be there in '88. Their best feuds were with Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, Rick Rude, Manny Fernandez, Ivan Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev. They'd move on to the AWA and mostly the renamed WCW. They would feud with the Midnight Rockers, the Four Horsemen, the Fabulous Freebirds, and the Midnight Express, managed by Jim Cornette. Later in their career, they would like in the 90s, they would go to Jim Cornette's Smoky Mountain Wrestling, the USWA, the United States Wrestling Association, World Championship Wrestling, and WWE. So their best feuds there at the time there were with the Heavenly Bodies, the Dynamic Duo, the Gangstas, and the Thugs. They moved to, like, they did WCW for a year where they feuded with Harlem Heat, High Voltage, and the Faces of Fear. Harlem Heat with Booker T and Stevie Ray, High Voltage with Kenny Chaos, and High Voltage I talked about a way long time ago. And the Faces of Fear, headed up by Kevin Sullivan. They are still active. Like I said, they're still active from 1998 right up until 2019. They would work for like WWE, TNA, first 2003, 2016, the independent circuit in the Mid-Atlantic area and Houston, Texas. Also for New Japan Pro Wrestling 2019, 2020, and All Elite Wrestling in 2019. So, in their earlier years, these guys were like rock stars. They had the 80s haircuts, like the mullet and all that. They won a number of championships, like NWA Tag Team Championship twice, AWA Tag Team Championship twice, Mid-Atlantic NWA Tag Team Champions 4 times. NWA Southwest Tag Team Champion one time NWA Wildside Tag Team Champions, and Mid-South four-time Mid-South Tag Team Championships. Now, in March 31st, 2017, Ricky and Robert were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame by Jim Cornette. I posted a few of their matches and promos on the blogcast, and this page and my page. You know, so, anyways, yeah. If you're on YouTube, make sure check out their best matches from the AWA, and they were involved in scaffold matches too. Now Ricky Morton had troubles with the law over the years due to child support. Arrested several times for child support. Neglected to pay his child support. These guys should be multimillionaires, given their years in the sport, but they're not. So, basically, if you see them today, they're mostly a nostalgia act. I think these guys have I think they still have Ricky Morton still has that long 80s wild hairstyle, the mullet, business in the front, party in the back. All right. So, and they're still active. They're still on the independent scene. And yeah, who knows? They might even show up. Well, with this being COVID and all that. Oh, I got a notification here. What's this? All right. So, with this being COVID and everything, but if it wasn't COVID, they'd show up at your local, they would probably do an appearance in River City Wrestling in Sarnia, or Border City Wrestling over in Port Huron. Because, I think Robert or Ricky Morton needs the money. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, all right, everybody. It is Sunday, January 17th. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 157. It 3.0 in the year 2021, our third year. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. The craft beer for tonight is called Van Dam Good Ale by the folks at Big Family Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And I give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, all right, I got more of this stuff. Oh, yeah. It's very good. Crisp. It's a crisp and dry, good ale. It's good. It's really good. If anybody wants to call out a rating right now, so you can do so. All right. And we'll get to classic this classic album back here in a minute. But right now we're going to talk about a legendary baseball manager, Tommy Lasorda. Born in 1927, Norristown, Pennsylvania. Great cigar. It is a Mombacho. Let's see here. All right. A Mombacho Nicaraguan cigar from Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, out on the River Road out there. Mr. Lasorda graduates from Norristown High School in 1944 and signs with the Philadelphia Phillies as an undrafted free agent in 1945. Now he plays with the Concord Weavers of the North Carolina State League but he missed the 46-47 season because he served active duty in the U.S. Army. Now he returns to baseball. Now he returns to baseball in 1948, playing for the Sherristati Blue Jays of the Can-Am of the Canadian American League. Drafted in 1949 by the Brooklyn Dodgers, he is about to play for the Greenville Spinners and the Montreal Royals. He is drafted to play for the Greenville Spinners and the Montreal Royals in 1949 and 1950. Now, between 1956 and 57, Lasorda played for the Kansas City Athletes, the Yankees, and the AAA Denver Bears, and back to the Dodgers in 1957. His major league career actually as a player ends in 1960. Now, his coaching career, the Ponticello Chiefs signed him as a scout in 1960, and he was promoted to their manager in 1966. The Dodgers moved him to their farm minor league teams, the Appalachian Indians and the Albuquerque Dukes. Now, 1973, he becomes the Dodgers' third base coach. In September of 76, he becomes the LA Dodgers manager, leading the team to 2 World Series championships in 81 and in 88, 1981 and 1988, 4 Major League pennants, and 8 divisional titles during his 20-year run with the Dodgers. Now he retires in July of 1996 after suffering a heart attack. He has over nearly 1,600 career wins. Now, in 1996, he becomes vice president of the Dodgers. 1997, he is inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and he is also he's also played himself on TV shows like Who's the Boss, Simon and Simon, Chips, Everybody Loves Raymond, and did commercials for Slim Fast. So, all right. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Lasorda passed away of a heart attack on January 7th, 2001, January 7th, 2021, at his home in Fullerton, California, at the age of 92. So, Mr. Lasorda, cheers to you and your legendary baseball career. Cheers, Mr. Lasorda, legendary baseball manager. All right, so another guitar solo before we get into the retro review of Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet. So anyways, crank it up. There we go, another guitar solo. So, random one. All right, so here we go. Now, so it's time for our retro review of this classic, Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet. Now, this was released on August 18th, 1986. I know, because I went out and bought one. Cassette version. Now on Mercury Records in North America, this album was recorded between January and July, or July and January of 1986 at Little Mountain Sound Studios in Vancouver, British Columbia. So, so here we go. There we go. Got to see that. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. Now, it was, like I said, Little Mountain Sound Studios in Vancouver, British Columbia. It was produced by Bruce Fairbairn and Bob Rock. Bob Rock mixed the album. Now, the key player personnel on this, besides the band, Bruce Fairburn, Bob Rock, and song doctor Desmond Child, who co-wrote, let's see here, Living on a Prayer. Now, he co-wrote, let's see, You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Raise You, okay, Without Love, I Die for You. All right, co-wrote a couple of songs on this album. Now, it was after. All right, so it was after. Let's see, it was after the previous album. Their previous album, 78,000 Fahrenheit, that Bon Jovi changed the way. Bon Jovi changed its sound for Slippery When Wet. So, it got John and Richie hired song doctor Desmond Child to collaborate on the album. They wrote over 30 songs, and they auditioned these songs for a group of teenagers from local New Jersey and New York. They put together a party. The teenagers, actually, this is true, I remember it coming out. The teenagers actually decided what order the songs they should go in, and John Bon Jovi listened to them. John Bon Jovi hated Living on a Prayer at first, but Richie Sambora convinced him it was a hit. We got to put it on. All the teenagers think it's a hit. We got to put it on, but he hated it at first. Here we go. After when they were in Vancouver, after visiting the Number 5 Orange Strip Club in Vancouver, the band changed the album title to Slippery When Wet. Now, the album cover is actually a garbage bag, a wet garbage bag that John Bon Jovi traced the word Slippery When Wet into. So, the band wanted bikini-clad strippers on the cover, but the label said no, because no retailer would, I guess, carry the album because they're afraid of offending people and they might think it was sexist. So, and here's the picture that they wanted on the front cover there. So, you can see that, the band, there they go. There's a bunch of pretty boys along with like strippers there from the Number 5 Orange Strip Club. Now, the band, John Bon Jovi, lead singer, rhythm guitar, Richie Sambora, lead guitar, Alex John Such on bass, David Bryan on keyboards, Tico Torres on drums, with their management at the time, Doc McGee. Now, if I can do the pretty boy pose, so. Now, all right. Break on through to the other side. So when this came out, it was now, all right. So anyways, what the kids, like, you can't fool teenagers and kids. Like the teenagers, they know a good hit when they hear one. I was 16 back then. I bought this album, or in tape form. Now the singles on here, the official lineup of the singles were "You Give Love a Bad Name," that was released July 1986. "Living on a Prayer," that was their breakthrough album. "Story of Tommy and Gina," that was released October 31st, 1986. "Wanted Dead or Alive," about how hard it is to be a rock star and touring. That was released March of 1987. And the power ballad "Never Say Goodbye," June 15th, 1987. Now, it was, like I said, it was released August 15th or August 18th, 1986. It was a runaway massive commercial success. and spent 8 weeks at #1 on the U.S. Billboard chart. And to date, this album has sold over 12 million copies in the U.S. and more than over 30 million albums worldwide, and climbing still. So, damn, I need a. All right, you got a nasty reputation. Okay. So, now, tracks on here, like I said, Let It Rock, You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Social Disease, Wanted Dead or Alive, Raise Your Hands, Without Love, I'd Die for You, Never Say Goodbye, Wild in the Streets. All right. So, like I said, Bon Jovi became a household name after this album was released. And instead of opening for bands now, they opened for Kiss, they opened for Rat, and later on, Rat would open for them. So that would be like, geez. So, and now, the follow-up, their follow-up, New Jersey, went to #1 also. Everywhere. They used the same formula on here as they did on New Jersey. Same songwriters, same producers. Bon Jovi is like still together this day, with the exception of Richie Sambora, and who left because of family issues. And Alec Such was fired, or left, depending on who you believe, and replaced with bassist player Hugh McDonald. Now, their manager Doc McGee was fired. John Bon Jovi made a change in the 90s. He fired his management team, Doc McGee, fired his agents and all that. But Doc McGee still manages Motley Crue and Skid Row. He formerly managed Motley Crue and Skid Row. Now he manages Kiss, so he's not doing too bad. Now, Bruce Fairbairn. Anybody involved with this album became Bruce Fairbairn became an in-demand producer. He went on to work with Aerosmith, AC/DC, Poison, INXS, Kiss, and Van Halen. But unfortunately, he passed away May 17th, 1999. Bob Rock went on to work with Metallica, Motley Crue, Skid Row, Tea Party, David Lee Roth, The Cult, and Bryan Adams. And Little Mountain Sound Studios is a very in-demand recording studio now, thanks to Slippery When Wet and Bon Jovi. Now, they thank, let's see here, I got to get out the magnifying glass for this one. I'll read you okay, if you want to know how many cliches John Bon Jovi can fit into a song, I posted the videos for Living on a Prayer, You Give Love a Bad Name, Wanted Dead or Alive, and another song on my Facebook page and the Blogcast page, Wild in the Streets. Now, let's see, who do they thank on the album here? So, they thank Little Mountain Sound, Our Families, The Minutemen, Mark Weiss, Jeff Hamer, Bob Rock, Desmond Child, as expected, Doug Thaler, and Doc McGee of McGee Entertainment, April, Lisa, Vince and Bob at Kramer, Wendy McGee, Randy Rhodes, The Dirty D, D.W. Pedals, P.V. Marshall, and our expensive lawyers for the alimony and palimony settlements. Extra special thanks go to Doc McGee, Derek Schulman, who worked at Mercury Records, the A&R guy, Bruce Fairbairn, Bob Rock. So, but yeah, and here's a song I thought, which I listened to today, and like I said, how many cliches? Raise Your Hands by Bon Jovi. You got a nasty reputation. We're in a sticky situation. It's down to me and you. It ain't nobody better. Well, now that we're together, show me what you can do. So, you're under the gun, you're out on the run, you're ready to set the night on fire, you're playing to win, you've been out in the front line, when you go down, you wait if you waste time, they'll walk all over you, under the gun, out in the run, ready to set the night on fire. Like I said, how many cliches can Jon Bon Jovi fit into a song? But overall, I think like Slippery When Wet has stood the test of time. I mean, I was a kid back then. I loved it. Well, you know, I hate what Bon Jovi's become. Corporate. I think they've become a corporate band. You know, but the teenager in me back then loved this. You know, I went along with it. I bought it. Would I buy something like this today? Maybe. You never, like, I mean, it's good workout songs. I loved earlier Bon Jovi, but they changed. Desmond Child. Actually, let's talk about Desmond Child. He is the song doctor. He's worked with Paul Stanley from Kiss, and actually, Paul Stanley is the one that recommended Desmond Child to Jon Bon Jovi. Work with him. He'll come up with like catchy tunes. Desmond Child became an in-demand after Slippery When Wet. He worked with like Aerosmith, Joan Jett. He's worked with like Kiss. Like I said, he's worked with Kiss, Aerosmith, Joan Jett. Van Halen, we're going to work with him, but don't need that. They put the brakes on that. So, but it's still a cool record, you know, album. This kid's, if you're watching, is known what's like record. So you have to play it on a turntable. If I got to explain to people what a turntable is, I mean, but all right. So we're gonna give the all right. That is okay. I'm gonna give you guys one more guitar solo. So I'm gonna give a rating on this beer in a minute here. Anybody want to call it? It is called Van Dam Good Ale. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company. Give it one more. This beer grows on me. Like I said, it's crisp, it's clean, it tastes really good. So here we go. 9. There we go. All right. So yeah. So anyways, I want to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote. But wait first. There ain't nobody better. Go. All right. So anyways, tonight's motivational quote: if you trust the journey and push through the hard times, you will find your rainbow. If you trust the journey and push through the hard times, you will find your rainbow. And that's by Deborah Schneider. So, all right. 9 out of 10 stars on this beer. It is Van Dam Good Ale. It is by the Big Family Brewing Company. Extreme close-up right there. All right. Okay. And my cigar went out. So, All right. So, yeah, we gave some birthday shout-outs. I want to say, like, to Cheryl Paula, Tina Lennon, Robert Crane, Jamie Mezzatesta, Jennifer Preston, Vanessa Rupenair, Scott Diddy, Jason Denley, Edgar Brown, Janice Rogers, Phil Frazier, Denise Johnston. Denise, happy birthday. John Shelley Walker, Peter Black, Angelique Galley, Renee Estinol, Connor McLaren, Samantha Ann, Jeff Auger, Paula Apter, Sean Ashley, Tim Jeffrey, Maria McCullough, Gwen Holbrook, Carolyn Butler, Susan Welsh. Happy birthday from Big Jims Blogcast Live. Hope you guys had a really happy birthday. We talked about, hold on a sec. We talked about, hey, it's that guy, Clancy Brown. Earth 2, This Week in Van Halen History. Classic guitar duos, John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora. Classic tag team, the Rock and Roll Express and Ricky Morton. Legendary manager, Tommy Lasorda. The Slippery When Wet classic album review. So, and gave the beer a 9 out of 10. So anyways, people, I want you to have the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I will see you next weekend. Cheers, everybody.